Tonight we continue our week-long look at one of the most beautiful areas along the BC coast, the Broughton Archipelago. Here's Deb now with tonight's Insight. Deb?
Well, tonight, Tony, we're heading to another part of the Broughton Archipelago where it is clear to many that our wild salmon play an important role in the food chain. The journey takes us to Glendale Cove in the Broughton Archipelago, where the grizzlies are just starting to come out of hibernation. They, of course, rely on wild salmon in their diet. And the owner of the Night Inlet Lodge believes that the salmon stocks are declining, which could threaten the bear's future as well as that of his business. We'll also travel to Nemo Bay Resort, where the owner blames fish farms for reducing the stock of wild salmon. And this issue has caught the eye of Hollywood when it was featured in the controversy about the salmon in an episode of Boston Legal.
The pristine beauty of the Broughton Archipelago attracts more than just wildlife. Increasingly, it's being discovered by international tourists, adventure seekers wanting to commune more closely with nature. On this day, our journey takes us to the heart of grizzly bear country in Glendale Cove.
Our little business all by itself probably contributes to the BC economy every year close to $40 million in tourism dollars, because people come to BC for one reason only: to see these grizzly bears.
At Night Inlet Lodge, Dean Wyatt is getting ready for a busy grizzly viewing season. Last year, 2,300 tourists from 19 different countries came out here to look at the grizzlies. Now, it's a little early in the season and many of them are still in hibernation, but in 2006, as many as 50 grizzlies were spotted out here. Why do you have so many bears in this neighborhood?
Fish. Pink salmon. It all comes down to pink salmon. If we don't have pink salmon, we don't have grizzly bears. And until our spawning channel was built in 1988, we just never had grizzly bears in this area. Or we had bears, but never in enough numbers that you could guarantee tourists a chance to see them.
But he worries the nearby fish farms and the sea lice they produce may be killing off the salmon.
There's a lot of factors at play in the ecosystem, but I really truly do believe that the sea lice that's happening right now and the contamination of the fry when they go out is having an incredibly detrimental effect on our returns.
We venture further along the Great Bear Rainforest coastline, arriving at the Nemo Bay Resort, a luxurious, high-end helicopter fly fishing and adventure destination.
They come here to experience the wilderness, to be alone in the wilderness.
And for $2,000 a night, pampered guests can retreat into their exclusive rooms. But this remote refuge for the rich was suddenly thrust into the spotlight when Hollywood tackled fish farming. On the show, Boston Legal.
Wild Pacific salmon are being wiped out.
What are you talking about?
Sea lice are killing them. The weight of evidence points toward the fish farms.
Fish farm?
The penned fish in the fish farms host the lice, which attach themselves to the baby wild salmon migrating past the pens, and it's destroying them.
In the TV show, the debate winds up in the courtroom.
This is the Pacific salmon. The sea lice are killing them. Once they're gone, Judge, my God, they're gone.
In real life, the issue isn't quite so clear.
There could be many reasons why the salmon have shown a decline in the rivers in the Broughton, but I would say the injection of the salmon farms in the Broughton probably is the biggest cause of the decline of salmon, simply because they have never been there before, and since they showed up, the fish have been on a steady decline.
Back at Glendale Cove, Dean Wyatt isn't waiting for the politicians to figure out whether fish farms may be hurting wild salmon stocks. The lodge now maintains the spawning channel for returning adult salmon, and young smolts can be monitored before heading out to sea.
Well, it gives you an idea of what's coming out this year, from what spawned in the fall.
Yeah, right.
And that's how they come up with their numbers.
And those numbers point to a problem.
The worry we have is that this channel is very, very efficient. We should be seeing returns of the 600,000 to 1 million fish every year, and our returns are now 200,000 and less. And we are wondering, where are all these fish going? We're producing so many fish, yet we're not getting the fish back.
The bears eat about 12 fish a day, and for now, there's enough salmon to keep them healthy and coming back here. But will there always be enough for the grizzlies? That's a question no one, not the DFO, the government, nor the people who live here, can answer.
And you can get more information on both of the lodges featured in tonight's story by logging on to their website. Tony, what a remarkably beautiful part of the province.
Isn't it though? It's beautiful.